Oh
Herald the end.
God, you got the 1111.
I sure did.
So Famine, the Black Rider, is a 11 cost 1111. At the start of turn, deal 5 lifesteal damage to your opponent. Oh. All right, everybody, welcome back for the final week of Dark Machination Reveal season. AJ, it's almost time.
It's almost time. When's the release date again? Remind me. I think it's Tuesday.
So it's Tuesday, so we're recording this on Thursday, but when this airs, so if you're watching right now, the set drops tomorrow. So
Awesome.
it's wild to think that it's less than a week away. This has been in the works for a while now, so I'm so excited to get these cards out there and see what everybody can come up with as far as like decks and strategies and stuff. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, very excited to get into these today.
Yeah, so I won't say we saved the best for last because I think every week I've said these are my favorite cards in the set, but these are some of my favorite cards in the set. I don't know, what do you say we dive into them?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, so there's a entirely new archetype in the Silence, which is the final realm. It's what we're talking about today. And then there's a whole bunch of support for a existing realm. So we'll talk or existing archetype. Sorry. So we'll talk about the new archetype first, look at all those cards, and then we'll look at the support we got for the existing one. So it is a machination themed archetype, surprise, surprise. And similar to the Void, the Silence got two base machinations, and these are really cool. So Draining Engine it's kind of like the normal base machination for the realm. It's got, it's a one cost, it's got, low stats, and then it has like one of the keywords the realm is known for. It's 1 mana, 1/2 with lifesteal. Um and it's a good base to build on, and it's the corollary for like the mecha skitter in the Black Forest that had intimidate. You've got
Yep.
uh the amalgamation in the Sunken City that had rush. You've got molten and anti-arcane, so each of them, oh sorry, for the void, so each of these has like a one drop that has like a keyword that's iconic for that realm. So this is Draining Engine for, for the Silence. What are your thoughts on this guy, AJ?
I think he's just a great solid card for almost any archetype for the silence, honestly. I mean, it does everything you want it to do, right? So that solid base.
Yeah, for sure. And we'll see some of the cool things you can do to build on him here in a minute. But first, we have to talk about what I think is one of the more unique cards in the set, and that is the Boombot. So this is a big part of what this strategy is built around. You'll see there's a lot of other cards that kind of work towards using these guys, and a lot of different ways to summon him. But the Boombot is a 1 mana 3/1 base machination, so you can technically build on top of him. But if you don't, then at the start of your next turn, you destroy him and you deal 1 lifesteal damage to a random enemy. And that could be an enemy creature or it could be the opponent. Um, he is, you'll see as we get into the cards and especially as we get into the gameplay, is a very pivotal card for the strategy. And you can do some really cool things with Boombots. What are your thoughts, AJ?
It's probably my favorite base outside of. I'm a partial to the Void Engine myself, but this guy's right up there with him. He's just it makes some very interesting game decisions because you either take advantage of the 3/1 base to build upon that same turn, or you just lose them next turn. But you could do a little poke damage, maybe take down a creature that's really weak by chance. So it's pretty neat mechanic.
For sure. And the fact that that damage is lifesteal,
Yep,
depending on what deck you're playing him in or where you are in the game, can be important.
for sure.
All right, well, let's look at how we could build onto these guys. So we actually have three full machinations as opposed to the two that a lot of realms get. So we'll start with a more standard guy here. So we have the Blood Extractor, which is a 5 cost 4/4 machination. And his fabricate effect is when you fabricate onto a base and play him, you destroy a random enemy creature and you gain life equal to that creature's attack. So if you fabricate this guy, say, onto your Draining Engine, one, he's coming in as a 5/6 with lifesteal, and 2, you're getting some of that life back right out the gate. He's going to destroy an enemy creature, so you clear a little bit of the board. Now it's random, so you can't target like their strongest creature, but you get to destroy
Right.
something off their board, and you gain a little life back immediately. So just kind of a solid, like mid-game tank kind of card. What are your thoughts on this guy?
I think it's really solid for mid game, like you were just saying. I took the words out of my mouth there. It's a lot of the silence cards are expensive, and he kind of fits right into that middle ground where it could be a big swing turn for you just out of nowhere when you need it most. Gain a little health, destroy a creature, get a really solid just combative creature in there. He's tanky. He's above the break point of 3. Gains a little bit off of whoever he fabricates on. So just really good all around. Love it.
Absolutely. All right. So if Boombot were to have a big brother, it would
Yeah.
be the malfunctioning sentry. So
Yeah.
this is another full machination. Definitely plays into a similar strategy to Boombot. We just souped him up a little bit. So he's a 3 mana 4/2. He's not a base, so you can't just play him. You've got to fabricate onto something. But as a fabricate effect summons you a Boombot, so you get one back for free. And then at the start of your turn, you destroy him, but you do 3 lifesteal damage to a random enemy. So there's kind of a push and pull here, right? If you're, say, you fabricate onto a creature that isn't a Boombot, so say you fabricate onto like one of your draining engines, then that's a base that you're going to lose the start of the next turn, right? But you get another Boombot for free. So it really depends on where you're at and what you're trying to accomplish. Malfunctioning Sentry and its free Boombot, that's 4 lifesteal damage you're going to do to random targets. That could clear out your opponent's board for you if you had some other things on the board. Or you could play this guy and then fabricate something else onto the free Boombot you got, and you basically traded one base for another, right? So
Right.
he's definitely got a lot of utility, but it's kind of an interesting card to figure out when to play and how to utilize him. I don't know. What are your thoughts?
I like him. It's tricky to get an attack off with this guy with the 4. He's a really good defender, and your opponent's kind of inclined to make you want to block with him. So you got to kind of make the decision. He's got 4 attacks, so it's pretty good. Can take out a pretty strong opponent creature, or you choose to just eat the damage and then have him just detonate next turn and do 3 to maybe a creature, maybe the opponent could win you the game. It's definitely really creative gameplay lines with him.
Yeah, no, you bring up a good point. He's definitely a defensive unit, right?
Yep.
You're either blocking with him, and he's got a beefy enough attack, especially because he machinated on or fabricated onto something, right? So his attack's
Yep.
going to be at a minimum 5. So if
True.
he blocks, you're likely taking care of an opponent's creature. And if they choose not to attack because they don't want to sacrifice a creature into him, then you're dealing 3 damage and getting 3 life back. So a
Yep.
lot of utility in both directions, but kind of more on the defensive side.
Yeah, pretty cool. We don't have
Yeah.
too many creatures that are defensive focused, so it's definitely neat.
And the next card definitely does not fall into that category. This is
No.
our legendary machination for the set, uh, Death, Born of Twisted Metal. He is a 7-cost 6/6 machination, and his fabricate effect fills your board with boombots.
Boom.
So let's say you had an empty board, you play this guy, he's a 6/6 plus whatever stats you fabricated onto. And now you've got 4 3/1s, and if your opponent doesn't destroy, that's 4 lifesteal damage coming at them at the start of their next turn. I've also done really fun things with this guy. Maybe we'll get into this in the gameplay tonight, but you play down a draining engine, you fabricate a blood extractor onto it to kill a opponent's creature, you fabricate this guy onto that. It activates both fabricate effects, so it destroys another opponent's creature, heals you up. He's massively statted, and you got a board of boombots. Maybe you
Oh boy.
fabricate a malfunctioning sentry onto one of those boombots, and your opponent just cries.
Yeah, just immediate weeping.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on this one?
He's one of my favorite legendary machinations we have. He's right up there near the top for me, just because of the lines you just said. You could just do crazy things with the other bases and machinations in this realm in particular that could just give him lifesteal. I mean, could you imagine this guy coming in with 9 attack lifesteal? That's insane.
Not only can I imagine it, we might see it here in just a minute.
Yay.
All right, so we have 2 more support cards for this archetype. So we talked about how important boombots are and how we want to get them out there. We looked at a couple ways, but we hadn't looked at the best way yet. So Shadowsmith is might be my favorite card in the set, and it seems like an unassuming little one drop, but he's a 1 cost 1/2, and for 2 mana, you can pay a life and summon a Boombot. So one, a little further into the game, you can very quickly fill your board up with, if nothing else, good blockers. They've got 3 attack. But each time you pay a life into creating a Boombot, you're getting that life back, right? So when your Boombot detonates at the beginning of the next turn, you'll do life steal, you'll gain it back. Or if he's blocking a creature, then you gain some life that way, right? So
Yep.
you're definitely getting the life back. Also, it's not, I mean, this is built for this Machination archetype, but I've actually found some utility for it in the paying life archetype, where a lot of times those breakpoints are a little weird, where you find yourself at like you're trying to get to 10 life paid, so you can get your Natal, but you're at like 9, right? Or
Yeah.
you don't necessarily want to do these big, like, I pay 4 life, I pay 5 life at a time, and find yourself down at like 10 or 11 on turn 4 or 5. This is a way you can pay life into that curse, but then you're likely going to gain it back the start of the next turn, right? So it's
Yep.
very, very good in the Machination archetype. It has some utility in the paying life archetype, and it actually, as we may see tonight, is a shining star in the control archetype. So this guy just fits into everything. What are your
Yeah.
thoughts?
Not too much to add here. You kind of hit all the key points that I like about this card. I like seeing this guy go up against the Imp Tinkerer and the Void side, and just watching them hammer out little bots into each other and just slamming them on the board. It's super cool to see. I just like the
Yeah.
mechanic so much.
Yeah, that matchup in general is just really fun because they're playing towards similar playstyles, but they're going about it a different way. Where you're trying to
Yep.
build up these massive boards. From the Void side, you're trying to kind of burn your opponent down and like have this inevitability because your creatures can't be killed. And then on this side, you're trying to like build up these beefy lifesteal units, and the push and pull between the two actually works out pretty well. So
Yeah, it's awesome.
all right, so the final card for the archetype, you got to have a finisher, and with all these boom bots, what's better than the big boom? So
Hell
our
yeah.
finisher here is actually a spell. It's a 7 cost legendary spell. When you play it, you destroy all of your machinations on the board, but then for each one, you deal damage equal to its power to a random enemy. And this is where your malfunctioning sentries can be super important. If you build up a huge death born of twisted metal, it can just be a ton of damage going, flying all over the place, right? So you can wipe your
Yep.
opponent's board, deal a bunch of damage face. Again, it's a good, like, I've built up a strong board, but I'm not sure I'm going to be able to get through my opponent's board to be able to kill them in time. I'll slam this and we'll just see where the damage flies.
Yeah, especially if you've been able to keep your opponent's board pretty small, and then you just hammer out a bunch of boom bots with your Shadow Smith, and you just drop this big boom out of nowhere. Most of the damage is gonna go to opponent's face, and you just destroy the one creature they have maybe, and close the game out with a big old banger.
100%. All right, so that is the Machination archetype, but we have 3 cards left that play towards the Control archetype. So we kind of beefed that deck up a little bit. It also can utilize some of the cards we talked about here, but the things really created for it. We'll start with one of my favorites. This one is kind of it can be used in multiple decks too because you do pay life. But I found most utility in the Control archetype. But this is Herald the End. First off, we just got to talk about that artwork is amazing.
Yep,
Very
yep.
happy with how this guy turned out. But yeah, Herald the End is a 5 cost spell. You can pay 5 life and you summon a random horseman. So just as a reminder, you have the 8 cost 8/8 that makes your opponent discard a card at the start of your turn. There's the 9 cost 9/9 that destroys an opponent's creature at the start of each of your turns. There's a 10 cost 10/10 that summons a 5/5 life sucker with life steal at the start of each of your turns. And then there's the 11 cost 11/11 that deals 5 life steal damage to the opponent at the start of each of your turns. So turn 5, you get to randomly summon one of those, which you give up a quarter of your life total to do it. Uh, but that's still a very powerful mid-game play. I mean, those are meant to be the late-game bombs for the control deck, so being able to pull them on turn 5, pretty powerful. I don't know. What are your
Yeah.
thoughts?
Yeah, this card's terrifying. As a player that doesn't play too much silence, and this thing comes out, I think I've shed a tear, like in real life, because it's just so scary. It's coming out 5 turns early at minimum for most of those
Yep.
guys, and it's really hard to deal with. So unless you have like some sort of, you need some spells usually. I mean, there's no reason to really. I don't know. It's just scary. I don't know how to deal with it personally yet because I'm bad at playing against silence a lot of the time, as I'm still learning the archetypes. And it's a great card, and it's become one of my favorites to play against and trying to learn how to use.
Well, I can almost guarantee in the games tonight this card's going to show up. So we'll get some
Yeah,
more practice for you.
perfect.
All right. So the next card seems a little unassuming, but
Mm-hmm.
it plays into an archetype that we're playing towards here, and we'll show you the big payoff here in a second. But it's a 1-cost spell that allows you to discard a card from your hand to force your opponent to discard a random card. So just on its own, very powerful. We have a 2-cost spell that forces your opponent to discard a card. So this allows you to get that discard rolling a turn early. And it also allows you to filter your hand a little bit. Um, and we may have a good reason why you'd want to filter your hand that we'll talk about in a second. But before we get there, what are your thoughts on Siphon Sanity, AJ?
I think with just base value here, it's fine. You know, there's not too many things you want to discard. Like ideally you're thinking like undead or abyssal, you're thinking I want to discard certain things to maybe resurrect them to come back. So you're like, okay, well why would I want to do this? And without the other combo piece here, it's kind of to say too much more, but I do like the card. It's an integral piece.
Why don't we show the big payoff?
Let's
So
do it.
we've got the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. They've been in the silence since the set or since the realm was initially released. They're all in the base set, but there's no big payoff associated with the 4, right? You've got the 4
Mhm.
horsemen of the apocalypse. Well, where's the apocalypse? Well, what if we ushered it in?
We could do that.
So Usher in the Apocalypse is a 9-cost spell, and if you have all 4 horsemen in your graveyard, destroy the opponent.
Bye.
This is the first alternate win condition card we've ever had in Nightmares. I will say, for anybody who's initially nervous because alternate win conditions can be overpowered, this is very, very difficult to do. I've been trying. I think I've pulled it off once. We'll see if I can pull it off tonight, but I'm not hopeful. It is a very difficult thing to accomplish, but when you do, it's a instant I play this card and I win, right? So
Yep.
the idea here is you're going to be playing this likely in the control deck. You're probably only going to play 1, maybe 2 copies because this is going to be a very, very late end of the game kind of card, but you can use Siphon Sanity early in the game if you draw into some of your horsemen to discard them so you can get 2 or 3 of them into the graveyard. You get to pick which ones you're discarding so you can make sure you're getting unique ones. You can use Herald the End to summon, your horsemen very early. So maybe you get 1 or 2 that way. And then, you're playing the control deck, so you're going to naturally play some of them as well. But if you can manage to get all 4 of them killed off, then this is a you win the game. And if you get most of them onto the board and the opponent doesn't kill them, well, then they're going to lose to the horsemen, right? So
Right.
it's kind of a win-win scenario, right? So it's
Yeah.
I don't know. It's our first alternate win con. What do you think?
It reminds me of Exodia from Yu-Gi-Oh back in the day, right?
100%.
Like that's in there. You can do it. Does it happen? Sure. Does it make it onto the TikToks and the highlight reels? Yeah, because that's how rare it happens, right? But when it does, it feels awesome. You feel like you're the best player in the game, and it's great. It's very thematic. I love the alternate use of the horseman. It's great. It's exciting. I think it's in a good spot.
Yeah, 100%. I'm very happy with this one. So yeah, that's our set for the silence. That's the 10 cards that we introduced in Dark Machinations. Now we're going to jump into some deck text. We've built a Machination themed deck, and we've built a souped up control deck. So we'll give you a deck tech on those real quick, and then we'll jump into some games. I think AJ will each play one game with each of the decks and just kind of see if we can highlight the archetypes and show you some cool moments. What do you think?
Yeah, let's do it. This is all of the Dark Machinations, man. This is it. So these are the last new cards, and I'm excited to get them in the players' hands.
Yeah, if you're watching this on Monday, then these cards, along with all of the rest that we've revealed over the past 3 weeks, are going to be in game tomorrow. So we look forward to seeing everybody get their hands on them, see what you guys can build, and I can definitely speak for me and AJ. We will be in the queue playing games against you guys. We have some spicy decks built, and we're very excited to jump in there and test them out. So, all right, let's hop over to the deck techs then.
All right, sounds good.
All right, so for my deck tech, I'm going to talk about the Boombot deck. So this is the new Machination themed deck, so the new archetype for the realm. And this is a fun one. So at the low end, we've got our 3 Boombots. We've got our 3 Shadow Smiths, and we have our 3 Draining Engines. So that's, 6 shots at a 1-drop base Machination and 3 shots at a 1-drop that helps you generate base machinations. So this deck is very, very good at getting them online early. We're also running the Forge, so once you get them down, you can start creating extra machinations, and you spread out very early. And that's kind of a weird thing where like you spread out and you go for a wide board early, but all of your boom bots are going to sacrifice themselves, right? So you're kind of constantly rebuilding the board. But the Forge is a good way for you to do that. We're also running Doom Beast as just like our early game stabilization. So you're trying to get the Forge online. Maybe you're playing a deck that comes out pretty aggressive. This is just a good way to kind of stabilize early while you build towards some of your more expensive machinations. We're running Burden of Knowledge because 2 costs, draw 2. Always worth it. You're paying a little life, but it's fine. There's a lot of ways in this deck with your Boombots, your Malfunctioning Sentries, and your Blood Extractors. All kinds of ways to gain life back. So it's definitely worth having the ability to draw, even if you're paying a little life. And early game, late game, mid game, it's just always a good card to drop. So we always run those. We've got the Malfunctioning Sentries. We're just running 2 of those because they are a very situational card. Powerful, but very situational. And then we run 3 Drains because I think every Silence deck should run 3 Drains. It's arguably the best card in the realm. Just deal 3 damage, gain 3 life back, 3 cost. Very good spell, just in any archetype. We run 2 of our Blood Extractors. I've definitely debated upping that to 3 and bringing down the Replicator engine. It all depends on what you're going for, but being able to wipe out an opponent's creature and gain life back can be very, very powerful, and it's a good stat for the cost. Then we're running 2 of the Replicator engine, which you guys saw, I think, in the first week. It's just a super powerful machination. At the start of each turn, you get to sacrifice another base machination and summon a copy of this thing, whatever stats it's got, whatever keywords it's got, the new copy gets, plus rush. And with the Forge, it's very easy to get a bunch of base machinations out. So found this guy to be super powerful. Death, Born of Twisted Metal, can just close out games, fill up your board with Boombots. If your opponent doesn't deal with them, they all explode and deal lifesteal damage at the start of the next turn. And then say you've built out a board, but you didn't kill your opponent, then you've got the big boom to just kind of close them out. We just run 1 copy because it is a very late game, like, kind of backup strategy. A lot of times your machinations are just going to overrun the opponent just with value. But if you get there and you're getting towards closing out the game and you don't have a good way to kill them, a lot of times the big boom can just be a kill switch, essentially. So that's the deck. And I think we're going to play this one first into AJ playing the control deck, and we'll see how the matchup goes.
What's up, guys? AJ here for the Nightmares dev team with the Silence Control deck tech video. The lighting is a little different today. I had technical issues the night of recording to get this, so come to you the next morning here just to go over the deck that I played last night. So Silence Control is all about maintaining health total and getting out our big hitters when we can. So we're trying to not even necessarily win the game by killing the opponent, but we have a high chance of winning the game by having more life. When sanity runs out, or if we can prolong it long enough and run them out of threats by using something like our Embrace the Silence here, that is another win condition that we give ourselves the option to have. So there's other staples that we've seen before. We have like the blood spawns. We have the, what else? We have Shield of the Damned that we've seen before. We have our drains to get some life steal. So we have some new cards that we're going to take advantage of that we talked about tonight in the reveal video. We have the Shadow Smith. It's going to be a big deal. Summon some boom bots. Just to deal some poke damage. Gives us some blockers at the very least. Which is nice to have. Help us sustain the game longer. Addition to that, we have our Herald the End. This is our mid-game bomb. We want to get that out. It doesn't matter which one of these horsemen get pulled out from this card, right? We don't care. They're all going to come in above rate because we're getting them multiple turn cycles early. Obviously, we want the strongest ones if possible, but any of them are going to be huge turning points in the game, and it helps us work towards our Usher in the Apocalypse possible win condition. Up here, again, long shot, but we can't get it if we don't try. So we have a copy in here just to see if we can get it. Just a single copy. I don't see a reason why we need to have more than one. We have other role players we need to put in there anyways. Congregation of the Damned is in here, of course. Staple in the control archetype. Gives us just a wide way to board clear. He's going to be trying to use machinations, right? So he's going to need some base machinations down first. And a lot of them don't have that much health, so if we can get a Congregation of the Damned down and clear the board with it, that just buys us multiple more turn cycles to live and also pump our life total back up. Any other things to touch base here? We have a Conquest, the White Rider in here, just on base here. We have the two cheapest horsemen in the deck because they're easier to get out, and with Herald the End, we can maybe get the two more expensive ones out, but again, we're not relying on that. It's just another potential way that we can win the game. So Conquest is start your turn, your opponent discards a random card, 8 cost 8/8. Nothing wrong with this card at all. Obviously one of our favorites, one of our best. And then we have Death. Where's he at? There he is, he's up here. We have Death the Pale Rider. These are 9 cost, 9/9. Start a turn, destroy a random enemy creature. Just continuing to maintain the board state. We don't want them to get out ahead of us with that, so Death is going to help us with that. Again, we're looking to get the two stronger ones with Herald if possible, not a deal breaker. So overall, I'm just going to try to maintain a little bit of board presence, just enough to maintain lifesteal, clear out any big threats that we can, and just see if we can take them out into deep water and drown them, right? We're trying to go long game as long as possible. Longer the better for us, so we can sustain and maybe flip the sanity and hopefully run them out of threats. So we'll see what happens. It should be an exciting game. Hope you guys enjoy.
All right, game number 1. You ready?
Yeah, I think so. This is by far my weakest realm, so I'm hoping I can pull an upset here.
Well, I have a banger of a starting hand, so let's
Are you being sarcastic? Please say yes.
Nope.
Sweet. Okay. All right. Well,
Now you're gonna go first though, so that should help.
yeah. Bang. Shadow Smith,
Okay.
new card. Get him down.
I'll tell you what, I see your Shadow Smith. Raise you a Shadow Smith.
You did not do that.
I did that.
Oh man.
Well, I know that guy.
He's out here.
He is in fact. Alright. Tell you what. I'll play a little Doom Beast.
Alright.
Nope. Did one to my Shadow Smith. That's not what I wanted.
Well, take it. Decision time.
I don't remember what's in the control list. I mean, I know kind of the base cards are going to be in there, but it's been a while since I've played that
Yeah.
list.
Spider-Man
Okay,
meme.
Yeah, seriously. That's this game so far. Alright, I'll tell you what. Let's head on over to the forge.
Let's go. On delay.
Ooh, look at that. Double draining
Nice.
engine.
That's not bad.
Offer the trade.
Oh yeah, why not? Just two beasts foreheading each other. No problem.
Yep.
No problems. Huh. Well, that's an interesting proposition. Let's get rid of those base machinations, shall we?
Oh. Don't love that.
Yeah, I figured you wouldn't.
Wrecks my plan, but it doesn't not wreck it. Alright. Wish I had another base machination. I'll draw into something, I'm sure.
Most likely.
That was a
Get rid of
well-timed removal. Oh, yeah,
Not
okay.
bad.
That was a good play. That was a good play.
It's the first time we've seen somebody pay to get rid of it, but I cannot afford to have the one-sided forge in this matchup.
Yeah, that's fair. Alright, well, let's do a little damage here, gain some life back. And then I'll tell you what, we'll pay that life right on back.
Nice, nice.
There's another one of these guys out here.
Sure.
4-1. No, I don't need to offer that trade.
You're at the end.
God, you got the 11-11.
I sure did.
So, Famine, the Black Rider, is a 11 a cost 11-11. At the start of turn, deal 5 lifesteal damage to your opponent. Oh.
Yep.
Oh.
Anyways.
I don't know what to do about that.
We're out here.
We are out here. Oh, God. Okay. Well, head back to the forge.
Okie dokie.
Yeah. The 11-11?
It had to be, apparently.
Oh. My hand is so bad.
Oh no.
It's all machinations.
Oh no.
Oh, God. Okay.
I mean,
It's fine.
I'll eat 3 of this. That's fine.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm just living on a prayer over here. Oh, God, and you get 5 life steal back. I forgot it was life steal. Look at that tie game. Not for long.
Sure. Let's put Shield of the Dam down.
Sure, you know, a little insult to injury, a little salt in the wound.
A little bit. Put those guys down.
Good lord.
I guess we'll come in swinging. Why not?
Yeah,
Got 8 health left.
might
You
well.
know?
Yeah, if I didn't take it, I would just die.
Yeah, threaten lethal from 11. You know, send it.
It's fine. This is fine.
Oh, nice.
Okay, we got a board at least.
Nice.
Oh, that's right. You do 5 lifesteal at the start of your turn. Never mind.
Yep.
I was like, we got a chance. We don't have a chance.
Hey, a little congregation of the damned.
Oh, and you're back
All
to
right.
20. That was gross.
And
That was
have a good night.
gross.
Yeah.
You know what?
Control.
No, I'm not even gonna block. I'm taking it.
Let's go, Spider Gang. We can play Control too. We're gaming.
Wow. Okay. That was a wild game number 1.
Not bad.
GG's, buddy.
GG's, man. All right, buddy.
All right. Well, let's see if this goes a little better than last game.
It depends on who you're asking.
Me. I'm asking me.
I'm talking to me.
All right. Oh, that was. Whew. I'll just say, well played.
Thank you.
All right. Typical silence. Turn 1. No play.
Yes, excellent.
Well, I guess with the Shadow Smith and the base machinations, the realm has a couple one cost now. For the longest time, it didn't. I mean, you had the one Embrace the Silence that you would never play on turn one.
Right.
Everything else was 2 at a minimum.
I remember when I first read that card, Embrace the Silence, and I played it turn 1, I was like, this card sucks.
Yeah.
Like, why do we have this?
I remember when we dropped that realm and everybody started playing it turn 1, and I was like, I'm not going to tell them they're all doing it wrong. I'm just going to let them figure it out. Like, it's arguably the most powerful card in the realm, but you don't play it until, like, turn 9, turn 10.
Yeah.
It's definitely a late game.
Very end.
Yeah.
For sure. Very cheekily designed, Mike, I will say.
Yeah, I was pretty happy with that. Alright, we might be the control deck, but we're just coming out swanging.
Might as well, right?
No.
Well. Alright, okay.
Okay. I see you. Okay.
Bang, bang.
I see you.
We're out here.
I'm gonna need you to calm down. What I'm gonna need you to do. Alright. Man, wish I had more mana. I've got some cool cards that I can't play right now. Let's go... Oh, what's right here? Yeah, that's probably right. And then... 3-4? Question mark?
We're gonna get Molten from that, so... Doesn't matter, though. Can't kill you, so we'll just do that. Fine.
Seems fair.
Boom bot blow up.
Boom bot go boom.
Yeah, doobie.
Oh, what can you do on 4?
Good question. Do a drain here.
Okay. That's scary. I was trying to remember if Blood Extractor cost
Get rid of your shit.
4 or 5. Like that would
5.
be
Because I'm looking at one and I can't play it.
I was like, that would be a devastating thing for you to play against me right now.
Yeah. Alright. A little bit of that and that.
Interesting. Interesting. Okay.
Little Molten, little lifesteal thoughts?
Yeah, I want those gone more than I want the 2 lifesteal damage off the boom bot, so I will block.
Sure. Makes sense.
I don't want you to be able to do the things you're about to be able to do. You got a Blood Extractor that's going to come down. No, I think I still got to play it. Herald the End. See, I got the 8-8.
That's what you get.
You rolled the 11-11. I got the 8-8. We'll stay there.
Too funny.
Now,
Too funny.
If you Blood Extractor and it kills my 8-8, I'm going to be upset.
Would you say you'd be angry?
No, I'd be upset. We'll leave it there.
We'll leave it there. Give it we'll just leave it at that. Everything's fine.
Okay, that's fair. That is a fair play. I killed something I didn't care about. I'm good with it. Did bring you back up at 20 though, and I'm at 12, so that's a little concerning. Not gonna lie.
Yep. Okay, turn on a dime here.
Yeah, we're about to. So we'll just Congregations of the Damned.
Sure.
And then, swing in with the homies.
Oh, no, don't go there, brother. We're going to block over here.
Yeah, probably right. That means you could fabricate again and kill my guy. That could swing the game back in your direction. Okay. Oh man, I should have gotten rid of that forge. Probably let that stick around too long. Oh, okay. Drawing. Oh,
Yeah.
drain. I'm okay with that. Make you discard one of those at the start of your turn if you don't get rid of this guy.
Boop.
Oh, okay.
I'll come in swinging. You can decide.
Yeah, I'm gonna take it and keep this guy alive.
Makes sense.
Make you discard. And then here we go. It's a good night for control, I gotta say. Oh, I forgot! You've got anti-arcane!
Yeah, look at the Void Engine carrying the team on his back. No, I'm not taking 8.
Nope. Man, that little void engine came in useful.
Did.
You designed him, and then he
Saved
saved
me
your
a
life.
bunch of health. Right, he knows who Papa is. Alright. Well, I'll be honest. We're having a crisis.
Oh, that's not looking good for you.
Got bailed out.
Okay. You got a rush guy you want to attack?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Oh, strange.
You could probably just Congregation of the Damned anyways. If you have one of those, I'm dead.
I do not.
Well, thank God. Alright, well maybe we survive one more turn.
Yeah, I don't think I have
Maybe.
a good way to kill you this turn. Okay, we can play that, which is helpful.
Nice, nice. Is that start of your turn? I can never remember with that one.
This
End
is
of
end of
turn.
my turn.
Got it.
Yeah, this one's end. The horsemen are start.
That's right.
We'll just go Shadow Puppet, Doom Beast. Pay 2 life.
Nice. Not bad. Okay.
You know, it's a control deck. I'm controlling. This feels right.
Doing things.
Playing towards a late game. Although your deck can pop off with some crazy late game stuff too.
Yeah.
Speaking of,
Got rid of the horseman. Not bad.
Oh, you did get the horseman and went back up to 17. All right.
Check this out. Malfunctioning sentry. I'm going to fabricate onto the amalgamation so it gets. Oh wait, no, wait. Oh, there we go. I did it on the blood extractor to destroy another creature.
Oh no.
And
Okay.
I guess we'll swing it with the 2 rush
I
guys.
thought you were bad at
Yeah.
silence decks, AJ.
I thought I was too. Maybe I've just played so much now that I've gotten good.
Or you're undercover control player. You keep talking about how you're an aggro player, but
Maybe.
you're really a
Maybe
control
I'm
player
just
like me.
incognito.
Could be. All right.
Bring the best out of me, Mike.
Is that the best or is that the worst? You can make that argument either way.
I don't know.
Let's
That's true.
go. You have 1 card. I think I want to play another horseman.
Nice.
Snipe one of your guys. You snipe me right back. Oh look, you're at 20. Good, good, good.
Sick. You're not gonna like this. Alright. And he has rush. Here we go.
Oh, you were right. I did not like that. There's blood.
Here we go.
Getting out of hand.
They are extracting.
Oh, yep. That's the way you could put that, I guess. Alright, so I'm gonna do a thing. Oh wait, what's the right order here? Probably this way. No, oops. Okay. No, YOLO. Alright.
Okay, nice. Oh, nice. Okay.
I'll snipe him and gain the life, so I just want to play some creatures. Okay.
Yep.
Well, this game isn't ending to sanity anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, that could be a problem. 3 of those go face, and I'm... Oh, that is quite the board. Out of nowhere.
That's out of pink, pink, pink. Making robots in the
that.
forge. She's at home here.
Not a fan. Not a fan. Okay, let's get rid of him. Let's get
Nice.
rid of the forge.
Nice.
Oh god, we're going to 3. This is fine. Let's swing with these 2. This is fine.
Okay. Let's see.
Now this is a control matchup.
This is pretty nuts. I'll be honest. I'm gonna kill that one. Well, gain a health back with that one.
No, life steal's just when you attack.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah, I was like, but you're at
That's right.
18, so you're looking okay.
Yeah.
Versus my 4.
Boom. Okay.
Which you did.
Go back.
Okay.
Go back to the forge.
Don't like that. Don't like that. Don't like that. Oh man, that was a bad draw. That is unfortunate. I have 2 cards I cannot play. I have 18 mana and 2 cards I can't play. So.
Oh no.
Back to you.
Okay.
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 I should start drawing bombs here soon. Where are all my horsemen? Although it would be real ironic
Where are
if I
they?
drew Herald the End because it would cost all of my life to play. Ooh, that guy does have Molten. That's a thing. So I'd probably block him with the 4/1 actually. Interesting. Okay. Okay. Thankfully, not a Herald the End. I have 19 mana. I will play a 2 cost. We will leave the forge.
Sure.
And back over to you.
Excellent. All right. Okay.
You gotta run out of stuff at some point.
Some point.
Oh yeah, I was about to say, I guess you've got Shadowsmith, so you've technically got, like, infinite creatures. You need to deal with that.
Yep.
I need my Shield of the Damned to snipe that thing. Oh, no.
Yeah, the homie is down.
And he has lifesteal.
And he has lifesteal. That's correct. So I'm going to send a lifesteal boy your way.
Yeah, well, let's... Oh yeah, I gotta block this way. Okay. That is an interesting draw.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Nice.
go to 2 life. But I
Okay.
will gain 1 of it back, so I'm at 3.
Okay. Okay. Training engine. My other death, born of twisted metal.
Okay, well, that's devastating.
It's unfortunate.
I don't know if there's anything I can even draw.
It's 3 life death on the board no matter what. As long as they're all 3 up. Nice. I mean, that's the thing you could draw.
Alright,
Oh.
let's see if any of them snipe me.
Oh. Oh.
I stayed alive.
He's at
1.
He's at 1.
Shield of the Damned sniped one of your guys and gained me a life.
Oh my god.
Oh, this is wild. Alright, well, I feel as though I should block. Oh, this guy's gonna explode. I don't
Seems
have
fair.
a creature. Oh, you have to be kidding me.
Oh, he blew up. Boombot's like, Dad, I'm scared. Oh, well, I mean, yes.
That was my final
Oh.
draw. So,
Oh my god.
my cards in hand were... That last card was Herald the End. Then I had a Shield of the Damned, which I already had on the board. And I had an Embrace the Silence, which I had already played. I was literally, like, top-decking for my life.
Oh my god. That was the craziest game I've ever played. That was insane.
That was a wild game. GG, buddy.
Dude, GG's.